Welcome to Coding in Style, a series of short videos about how to improve our code. This is Dragos and you are watching the episode number 11, where we talk about how to name functions and function parameters. A few days ago I met a friend. "What are you doing these days?" he asked. I replied, "Book." "What do you mean?" he asked. "Swift 3. "Are you reading a book about Swift 3? He asked. "Yes, I do," I replied. "Why didn't you say so?" he asked. I thought it was obvious. Of course, this is not a real conversation, as it would have been very strange. But sometimes this is how we name our functions. As we've seen in the previous episodes, the variables are the nouns of our code. Similarly, the functions are the verbs. They show an action. To check if a function name is good, you have to chat with it. "Hey function, what you doing?" And the function should be able to reply, "I, function name." So you should be able to include the function name after I and make a valid sentence. Let's look at some examples. I drop database. This is a good example. I sort array. Also a good one. I user. Not really. I database. Nope. I create database. Yeah, this is a good one. I database create. It is kind of good. You can pick a capitalization rule and stick to it. For Swift, it is lower camel case. So, drop database is fine, but not drop database. Or worse, drop database. This can be weird in the case of a name that includes an abbreviation, for example HTML or HTTP. For example, do you use format HTML or format HTML? Create URL or create URL? In my opinion, whatever you choose looks ugly, so just pick one whatever and be consistent. You should be very specific when you choose a name. The name should make it clear what is the purpose of the function. For example, create is not a good name. Create database, it is way better. Long names are okay. Make the name as long as needed, but no longer than that. For example, if you have a function create local database and there is only one database, replace it with create database. Regarding the function parameters, apply the same rules as for variables. In couple of words, name of a parameter should be a good replacement in the sentence "my name is" and then parameter name. Regarding the number of parameters, they should be as few as possible. Here is what Uncle Bob, aka Robert C. Martin, says in his Clean Code book. The ideal number of arguments for a function is 0. Next comes 1, followed closely by 2. 3 arguments should be avoided where possible. More than 3 requires a very special justification and then shouldn't be used anyway. I close the quote. How about methods? Obviously, we should use the same rules. But by the way, do you know the difference between a function and a method in Swift? A method is a function that belongs to a class. So a function is a free bird. A method is a free bird that has been captured and put in a cage, called class. What else? What are your ideas about naming a function? Feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. That's about it for today. We talked about how to name a function. In a previous episode, more exactly episode 7, we discussed about how to name entities in general, and in episode 8, we talked about how to name a variable or a constant. Feel free to watch them for more details. That's about it for now. See you soon.